Hello, everybody. My name is Captain Noodles, and welcome to something I don't normally do. I don't normally do voiceovers for videos like this. I don't normally do videos like this to begin with. I'm going to be doing a 100% achievement run on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition games. I've started off with the first game, obviously. I've never played this game, so I didn't know really what I was getting into when I started this game. I've played 2 and 3 a bunch when I was growing up, so I have very vague memories of those, but playing 2 and or playing the first one is going to be a brand new experience for me, and it was fun. I did enjoy it, but I'll go more into that later. So with that, let's get the challenge started. So on day 1, we made our character, did all the selections with his background and history. And apparently they bring that up a lot in the game, which I did not realize was going to be a part of the game. But after the creation, we watch a bunch of cutscenes, and then we are tasked with going to the communication room to speak with the human captain of our ship, the Normandy, and a Turian Spectre named Nihilus. They tell me that our mission is not from what we actually think it is, but is in fact to head to Eden Prime to pick up an alien beacon from an extinct race known as the Protheans. But as we're on our way to said planet, we receive a distress beacon from the human colonists on said planet. Now, since this is my first time playing the game, once we landed and actually got hands on, I struggled a little bit to figure out why I couldn't revive a very clearly scripted death for a member whose name I didn't get the reference to until someone in chat pointed it out. Get it, Jenkins? I didn't actually get that, but thank you. But as we progress, we meet our first comrade who will be joining our team, Ashley. She's a human, and she is a potential love interest in this game. We run into her as she is cornered fighting these strange robotic-like creatures that we will learn to be the Geth, a race that we have not seen in over 200 years. We clear them out and she joins us as we continue further into the tutorial level. As we continue to go out, we find where the Prothean beacon should have been. It was no longer there, so we assume it was moved either via us or the aliens that seem to be looking for it. As we head further into the level, we do find some weird human hybrid robot gross looking things that are called husks, and we unfortunately do have to put these people down as they are trying to kill us. After we cleared out this camp, we found 2 survivors who tell us that the beacon was moved earlier because it was getting ready to be transported, as we were initially coming here to pick it up to bring to the council. After we finish talking to them, we head out a bit and we get met with a cutscene. Nihilus from earlier is investigating because he went further on ahead, and while he's investigating, he finds a fellow Spectre and friend, as well as a fellow Turian named Saren. Nihilus was at first confused as to why he was here, rightfully so, as there was no real reason for him to be here. My first impression of Saren was, I don't really trust this guy, and I was quickly proven right to not do that as Nihilus turned around because he lowered his guard. He gets shot in the back. Bye-bye, Nihilus. You will be missed. Right afterwards, we clear out some more husks and more Geth, and we find the unfortunate remains of Nihilus. Thankfully, there was still a human left as he was taking a nap, and that was what evidently saved him from being turned into a husk. He told us what went down, and that this is all Saren's doing, and which way that he went. So, determined to avenge Nihilus and get that beacon, we treaded forward, clearing wave after wave of Geths, disarming bombs as Saren set to destroy the colony. We eventually find a beacon, and then it begins to emit a strange green light. Ashley at first gets curious by it, but we push her out of the way and then proceed to get flooded with strange visions.
No, don't touch it. Too dangerous.
I can see the future. And then unfortunately the beacon explodes, but then we pass out and it fades to black. We're then greeted with a cutscene of Saren and another individual known only to us via the subtitles as the Matriarch. She informs Saren that we used the beacon, and he was very much not happy to hear that. He starts throwing stuff around and telling the Matriarch that I must be dealt with. We then wake back up on our ship talking to the doctor as well as Captain Anderson. We tell him what went down and learn that Ashley will officially be joining our crew and that the council is going to want answers as to how this all went down. We talk with our crewmates looking for a bit of lore and stuff that we can find around the ship. We decide to talk to Joker, our pilot, and land at the Citadel. And the game crashed my entire computer for some reason. This was thankfully the only time this happened. But after we finished loading back up and going to talking to the crewmates and getting the lore, we try again and we're successful. We land on the Citadel. We begin to see an argument between our human ambassador Udina and the council about how nothing's being done about the attack on the human colony. The council consists of, as of now, an Asari named Tavos, a Solarian named Valum, and a Turian named Sparatus. I might be pronouncing that name wrong, but oh well. As well as nothing being done about Saren, but that will be discussed at the actual meeting after an investigation is finished. The ambassador, captain, and I all discuss how our mission was a failure and that we better hope the investigation shows that it was in fact Saren's fault. We're then given access to roam the Citadel. We quickly begin to find one of many side missions. We speak with an Elcor diplomat named Zelton, who is at first reluctant to talk to us, but eventually tells us he's here to complain about a consort named Shaira. He claims that she compromised his authority but won't tell us more. We agree to help out and set out on our ways wandering around the Citadel. We speak with a receptionist as well as a strange AI system on our way around, but nothing of note. We do some more roaming around until eventually we find a quick travel station that leads up to where the consort should be. We speak with Naina, another Asari, who tells us the consort is pretty booked up and can't see us for months. But surprise, surprise, as soon as we decide we're going to leave, the Asari gets a call from Shaira telling us that she wants to speak with us. She got them hip movements. She tells us that a friend of hers, Septimus, a retired Turian general, is spreading lies about her and would like us to speak with him as a fellow soldier. She, for some reason, does get really oddly close to us when she says she'd be very grateful for the help. So, as the outstanding citizen that I am, of course, who am I not to help a lady in need? So we set out looking for more of these side quests that we get. We do get a bit lost and decide to just travel to the main quest area, the Citadel Tower. We're meeting with a cutscene with two Turians discussing the investigation and how it showed nothing. Garrus asks Executor Palin to stall for more time, but he isn't having it and tells him to quit on the investigation. We do have a quick word with Garrus before heading up to meet the council face to face. Do remember Garrus because he will be coming back later and he will be quite important. The council does tell us that the investigation came up with nothing to support our claim that Saren is to be blamed for our mission failing and the death of Nihilus. We see some clear tension between our captain and Saren, like they have some history together. We also see that the council is not too fond of humans, and they don't think we are ready to be a part of the council, let alone the Spectres. The meeting is adjourned and we are sent off to go find more evidence on Saren to show the council. We do learn that Captain Anderson and Saren went on a mission together a long time ago, and it went horribly wrong, with Anderson taking the majority of the blame, but we will learn more about this later. But for now, we're headed to a club called Chlor's Den, where we were told we could find somebody who might be able to help us find Garrus, the Taurian that we were talking with earlier and who was the lead investigator on the Saren case. But turns out we had to come down here anyway to go speak with the Turian general, Septimus. So, two birds, one stone, I guess. We get down there and immediately confronted by two assassins who we assume are working for Saren. We quickly dispatch them and continue throughout the club. I do hide the screen for a quick minute just to make sure nothing is being shown because I've never played this game before and I'd really not like to get the game demonetized or just banned because some nice alien titties are being shown. After making sure the coast is clear, we are met with a cutscene between two Krogans, one named Rex, angrily trying to get a meeting with the owner of this club, Fist. The bouncer won't let him in. He kind of angrily walks past us and says nothing of note. The bouncer doesn't seem to let us either, so we just continue what we're here for. We settled the issue with Septimus, found our contact, helped us find Garrus. We're also told that the captain might have been a Spectre as well, but we'll dig more into that later. We head out to complete that side mission, but end up running into another. We meet an adoring fan who really seems to like us and brings up more of our past. So I'm not an asshole. So of course I'm like, all right, we'll take a quick picture. And he really thinks his wife is gonna love this picture for some reason. We finish up the side mission with Zeltan and head out to find Garrus. After a little bit of miscommunication and going the wrong direction, we find him sneaking up on some thugs that are seemingly attacking a random helpless doctor. We help Garrus out, and wham bam bibbity bow, we have a new squad mate in our team, and you can bet your ass I put him on immediately. The doctor who was under attack tells us that a Quarian came by and was injured. She wouldn't tell her who did it, but does ask the doctor about the Shadow Broker. She said she had some information that she was willing to trade for a safe place to hide. Unknowingly, the doctor got her in contact with Fist, the club owner from earlier, as she thought he was an agent for the Shadow Broker, but that was no longer the case as Fist now works for Saren directly. The Shadow Broker wasn't too happy about that. Garrus concludes that this Quarian must have something Saren wants, something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get. The doctor recalls the Quarian mentioning Geth, so we figure she must know something about Saren. So we have to find her quickly so that we can use this information to expose Saren. Garrus officially joins our crew, and we decide to go find Fist and the Quarian. But of course, we can't just simply go there right away. Or maybe we could. I don't know. I didn't really try. We had the option to go recruit that Krogan we saw earlier, Rex, so I quickly removed Caden from our party and replaced him with Garrus. I haven't really mentioned him that much because I don't really like him and was joyful to finally get him out of our party. With that, we headed out to find Rex. But before that, I forgot to tell the consort that everything was all settled, and we went and did that real quick. Those are some words of affirmation again, referencing how I selected the lone survivor at the beginning of the game. Now we go get Rex and add him to our party to remove Ashley. We head back to Clora's den, but as we arrive, I see about 10 to 15 red dots on the minimap. So fighting ensues, and we just completely eliminate all of Fist's men. We get our first Paragon and Renegade dialogue options. We were able to save the warehouse workers who decided that it'd be a good idea to fight the 3 people who just wiped out the rest of the crew. I walk in the Fist room and immediately got destroyed by the defense turret inside. So quick restart and successful on the second attempt. We get him surrender, but he claims he doesn't know where the Quarian is. Rex just wants to kill this guy, which is fair. He seems like a dirtbag. This is a common theme we will see whenever we have Rex in our party, but we'll deal with that later.
I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her.
This did say he set up a meeting with the Shadow Broker and Quarian, but it ended up just being a trap for her, and Saren's men would be there instead. We get to the location, and Rex swiftly finishes him off. We weren't really that disturbed, but oh well. He was a dirtbag, like I said. We do have to quickly get to this meeting point to save her. We get there, and we are greeted with a cutscene of the Quarian, now known as Tali'Zorah Nar Raya, or just Tali for short, meeting with an assassin Turian. We help out and gain us a new ally, who I can't go into details just yet, but let's remember her. Tali and my group meet back up with the ambassador and captain, and we let them know we have a new evidence to show that Saren is not who he says he is. We find out that Saren is looking for something called the Conduit. Nothing that we really know about, but it's potentially more Prothean technology, like the beacon we were sent to retrieve earlier. We also learned that Saren and his allies are hoping to aid in the return of the Reapers, a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. They were the cause of the extinction of the Protheans, but the Reapers then vanished. After deciding to go with the council with this information, Tali also officially joins our crew. I replace Garrus with her, and we head off to the council, but not without a quick side quest where man's looking to get the body of his wife who died on Eden Prime. We find out that the Alliance is keeping her body for scientific research, as they haven't really dealt with the Geth before, and her body, I assume, was mutated into one of those husks that we fought earlier. So he wasn't very happy about that, but we finished the quest and it was over. So now it's time to go back to the main story. Finally, after all of this, the council believes us and revokes Saren of his Spectre status. We do find out who the other person speaking with Saren was. It's Matriarch Benenzia, another Asari, and a powerful one at that. We get tasked with looking for Saren ourselves, as we can't just send a fleet or army to look for him. We are given the status of Spectre and become the first human Spectre. Now it's time to hunt down Saren. We made our way to the docking bay to meet with the ambassador, and Captain one last time. We learned that the Captain is giving us the Normandy, the ship we've been using so far, as he's stepping down. More like he's being forced to step down. But we get a couple more missions for us to do before we leave, including finding our last crewmate and potential love interest in Asari named Liara Sisani, the daughter of the matriarch. We learn that the rest of the backstory between Anderson and Saren, and we're on our way to roam the galaxy and start the juicy parts of the game. Today, we only unlocked one achievement. However, we should have gotten two. The game decided to be buggy and not load the Eden Prime achievement. So that is something that has to be done on run number 2. On day 2, we loaded up the stream and got busy with looking for Liara. This did take us a couple seconds as I couldn't figure out how to zoom out on the space map because there wasn't a clear indicator on how to do that. But after figuring it out, we got to the right solar system, and then after checking every planet in the system, purely by choice obviously, we found the correct planet she was on and began the mission to find her. But before that, we did land on some uninhabited planets, and on some of those planets we found some big worm-like creatures called Thresher Maws, and I could not for the life of me beat these things until like my third try. Both of the times I ended up fighting these guys. If we weren't investigating abandoned planets, we were just surveying them, which I will have to do a lot for some side missions. When we finally decided to land on the correct planet, we were met with Geth enemies who were no match for my Land Rover, the Mako. And I took full advantage of that as I drove through the level, clearing out enemies as they came, and eventually made my way to the dig site where we met Liara. She somehow got herself stuck in a force field-like state where she couldn't move, so my team and I had to figure out a way to get her out of there. We went down an elevator, fought some more enemies, and found a mining laser that just blasted a big hole in the ground. And gave us space to go ride another elevator to the machine that was holding her. Afterwards, we did have to fight some mercenaries that were sent by Saren trying to get Liara for themselves.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
And after quickly taking them out, we made our way off the planet, which was exploding because of the mining laser. It was starting to spew lava. But back on the Normandy, the crew talks with Liara about what she knows about the conduit. Somehow it's connected to the Prothean extinction. It would appear that this is a pattern where species rise up, become extremely powerful, and then just simply disappear without a trace. Afterwards, we do decide to go talk around with the crew, see how they're feeling about everything. I also went to go check up on Liara, since I 100% plan to romance her in this game.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard.
We went to a couple more unexplored planets, surveyed a few more, and the last thing we did was one final side mission and called it quits for the night. Today we unlocked one achievement. On day 3, it was a long day. We did a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff in this stream. We first decided to do some side missions where we got lost in doing those, and we just kept doing one after the other. And eventually we decided to make our way into a main mission that we had to do. So we went to Noveria. After a rude encounter with the planet's security, we made it to the main area of the planet where we met Gianna. She told us that the matriarch had been here and that she may still be here. We found an interesting looking alien that we met the species of back on the Citadel, asking us to smuggle a package out of the station using our position as a Spectre. Of course, as being the saint that we are, we said yes. Shortly after, we encountered an Asari asking us to talk to a businessman and hack his information for us. And of course, as being the well-respected individual that we are, we said yes. While I did fail this on my first attempt, I did reload and completed it successfully on a second run.
I don't know anything about that.
After doing this successfully, I made the Asari give us more money using our good boy points, and we continued on our way. We proceeded to meet a Turian, and we asked him for some information about the matriarch.
She caused quite a stir.
He proceeds to give us another side mission in which he was working on getting dirt on the administrator of this outpost. But while doing so, he got locked out of his office and sent us to go retrieve the file off of his computer. While wandering around this part of the map, we met a Krogan who was actually
I've heard
the
Opal
person
has
we
something
were
for you.
smuggling this package out
Oh,
for.
yes,
They offered
no.
us to just bring them the package for a higher pay rate, and after making our way to the
Yeah,
office of the
but I
Turian
haven't
from
picked
earlier,
up his car.
we kill some people and hack the information that we need. After we leave, we met with Gianna again, and she tells us she's undercover and asks us to get the Turian to testify in court to help the case. Fortunately, my Paragon and Renegade points aren't high enough to be able to convince him to do it, so we have to unfortunately just let him keep it for himself. He gives us the pass to the garage, in which we needed to get up to where the matriarch is. We made our way up there and immediately met with Geth, and after some more amazing Mako gameplay,
I think this was in the second game, and I can see why. This is so boring.
we made it to the station that the matriarch was at. Clearing room after room, killing Geth after Geth, we found a new enemy type, the Arachni. These weird, bug-like creatures that can spit acid eyes from afar and spawn little babies that explode.
Is that? I have no idea if your messages popped up on stream. They should be. Yeah, what is that? Ew, what is that?
We learned that we'll need to reset multiple different systems as they've been shut down due to an emergency containment procedure.
Okay.
So we start going to each of these systems that need to be restarted and clearing more waves of enemies, Arachni and Geth alike. So, after restarting after the systems, we were able to use the tram to get further into the facility. We met some members of the station as they were defending their area from the constant Arachni,
No,
and we joined them
she
for
said
a couple
it's
seconds, and then we head down to the hot labs to meet Dr. Yaroslav. I don't think I pronounced that name right, but oh well.
Holding up.
And he tells us that all of this chaos is due to them finding an egg belonging to Arachni in space. And it wasn't any regular egg, it happened to be a queen egg. So we decide we'll just kill them all. We'll just kill all the bug things. But the doctor isn't fond of that. He wants us to set off a bomb that's nearby to essentially euthanize the non-queen Arachni. As he's about to give us the code to the bomb, he unfortunately gets killed by Arachni.
We'll take care of her.
During this part of the mission, we do get a scene that's probably one of my favorite throughout the entire game.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Sic semper ter.
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
And after activating the bomb, we have to make our way back up to the humans that we met earlier. But unfortunately, the matriarch has told all of these people to kill us because they work for her. We unfortunately dispatch them and make our way further in and confront the matriarch herself.
There you are.
The matriarch sends her Tsari commandos after us, as well as more Geth, each wave lowering her power level. Once completely lowered, we found out the matriarch has been being controlled by Saren this whole time. We learned that his true power lies with his ship, the Sovereign. We learned he's looking for the Mu relay. She gives us the location of it before falling back under the mind control of Saren.
Yes,
We do get a short, heartfelt scene between Liara and her mom, which won't happen if you don't bring her with you. And when I learned that during my Insanity run, the crew suggests that you bring her with you.
You have to stop me. I can't.
Mother,
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
After she gives their nice, heartfelt message, we have to finish her off so that she can no longer be a problem.
You will have to stop him, Shepard.
First you turn on the council, now on Sarah.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you. No light. They always said there would
I
be
can't
a...
skip this. Haha, you're dead now, bitch. Easy dubs. I don't give a fuck.
Afterwards, as we're just kind of walking in place and not really doing much, the Arachne Queen that's been in this room the entire time takes control of one of the dead Asaris and begins to speak with us through her. She asks us to free her. We are given the option between freeing her or just killing her, because the people on the station had enough of this weird material, this acid-like stuff, to more than likely kill this creature. But we are a good person, so we decide to let her go.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
That's the end of this, yeah. Also, the other one I got was Recruit for killing 250 enemies between all 3 games. The one I just got was for completing the area. I'm a good guy. I save aliens. Besides the ones I've already shot, killed.
Patch it through to the
We
council.
leave this station and make our way back to the ship.
Don't bother.
We have our usual meeting with the crew and dismiss the council.
That's gonna
Yet
back
again.
to bite me in the
I
ass.
didn't mention
know
this
it 'cause
during
I'm
the
not
first
probably
mission,
gonna
but
like that
after
one.
every main story mission, Joker asks if you want to speak with the council about the mission
I'm
report.
gonna figure out what I'm gonna do.
And I'll go more into this later on the Legend, the Insanity run, but I
Let's look
didn't
at
speak to
journal.
them
I'm
at
not
all.
gonna go do that one yet. I'm trying-
After this, we start roaming around the ship a bit and chit-chatting with our companions. This is where the beginning of our relationship with Liara is starting to blossom. After chit-chatting with everyone on the ship, making sure I'm getting all the lore and all that good stuff, we start doing some more side content to make sure we can get some achievements for completing 5 missions with each of our different companions. Before selecting a new planet, we do get a transmission from the council telling us that a distress beacon from Virmir, I don't remember how to say it, but we'll come back to that later. After completing all of our companion achievements, we made our way over to Pharos for a different story mission. This planet is being overrun by the Geth. We meet someone as soon as we land, but just as quickly as we met them, they just as quickly get killed.
Are you a
We
person?
saw your ship. Fidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare. Please, up the stairs past the freighter.
You son of a bitch. Jesus Christ.
We made our way up to the settlement with the remaining colonists and get up to date on the situation. During said catch-up, we are quickly attacked by Geth yet again. We clear them out and are supposed to go back down and check with the leaders about all this, but accidentally go down the wrong way and do a bunch of side content for this planet. Afterwards, we do head back up to the people and turn in all the quests real quick. We afterwards head up to the Exogeny headquarters to help out some more survivors that we were told were up there. We then get to do some more of our favorite content in this game, more Mako driving.
We've got movement. Some kind of vehicle. Not one of the Geth.
They've got us on visual. We must be close.
Dealing with the Geth is more important.
We then meet up with some more survivors, get some more side missions, and head further in to see the Geth are here. Yippee! More Mako driving.
Wait! Shut down the comm! We've got incoming Geth! Damn it! Shut down the comm!
We do get another funny scene of a Krogan trying to argue with the AI system, but to no avail. We quickly get rid of him and talk to the AI.
Goddamn.
Stupid machine! Access encrypted files! No, I don't want to review protocol.
I am unable to comply. Please contact your
Damn
supervisor.
it! Tell me what I want or I'll blast you!
Please contact your supervisor for a level 4 security exam.
Stupid machine!
If there is nothing else, please step aside.
We find out why the Geth are here. there's a creature called a Thorian, something that can control the minds of others. We've got to make our way back to the colonists from earlier to free them of the mind control. We meet back up with the survivors near the headquarters as one of them is threatening to kill everyone now that their secret of why they were there is out. We kill him and tell the others it's time to leave. Turns out the creature doesn't really like the idea that we're freeing the colonists of its mind control and has the colonists try to kill us. We were given a knockout gas, but my inventory was full, or I just couldn't figure out how to equip it. So after killing just a couple of colonists, I found out that you could just punch them, and that'll knock them out, and it'll keep it fine. So we do that, get rid of the rest of the colonists by knocking them out with our butt of our gun, and we get into the lair of the Thorian. We do try to reason with the creature, and unfortunately we are forced to fight it. It keeps spitting out copies of the same Asari, so as we're making our way up this little tower area, we have to shoot off its limbs, and eventually it is defeated, it falls, and an Asari named Shiala emerges. Turns out she also used to work for Benenzia, and in turn, Saren. We learn, similarly to when we were on Noveria, that Saren's ship mind controls people the longer they are with him. We also learn that Shiala was sacrificed to the Thorian to gain some information. Saren is not very trustworthy and sent to Geth to wipe out all existence of the Thorian. Hence why he really didn't want to play nice with us. We get a cipher that is meant to help us understand the visions we received back in the beginning of the game, but it's kind of broken since the beacon that we got our visions from, it was broken, so we didn't really get full visions. We are thanked by the colonists for freeing them, and the Asari, Shiala, decides to stay to try to help them rebuild and clean up. That was all we did for the day, and today we earned a nice big 12 achievements. We start stream on day 4 right where we left off, Theros. We make our way back to the ship and have a cutscene with the crew and Liara in hope to help us find more information about the cipher we just received.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
I'll be here. Risen up my girl, Liara.
We learned that the beacon that we had used back in the beginning of the game was partially damaged, so we didn't get the full vision. Liara ended up becoming weak from exhaustion after doing the mind link with us, so we dismissed the crew and dismissed the council yet again. We go and check up on Liara as we do, so we can work on our romance with her, and then it's back to doing some side quests to make sure we're getting as many of them done before we get to the end of the game. We then land on our next story-based mission, Virmire. Now this is an important mission as what happens here will permanently affect the rest of this game plus future games. We make our way through the level, clearing the enemies with the Mako until we get to the camp with the members who sent out to the stress beacon. We learn that Saren is a base set up here and has developed a cure for the Genophage, a biological weapon deployed against the Krogan by the Turians during the Krogan rebellions many years ago. It was designed to severely reduce Krogan numbers by infecting the species with a genetic mutation. Saren has been cloning Krogan to make an army of them for himself. What we're being tasked with is destroying the base, but in doing so would destroy said cure, which, very rightfully so, upsets our Krogan team member Rex. He walks off into the distance just shooting off his shotgun. Now at this point, the game will really start to go sideways. If you don't have enough Paragon or Renegade points here, Rex will get shot by either you or Ashley, and he will die. You will no longer have access to him for the rest of your game. Thankfully, I had enough points to be able to calm him down and keep him alive for now.
Tools to be used and discarded. Is that what you want for your people?
Oh, thank God. I had enough. Okay.
We were tools for the council once.
Oh, okay, cool. I got the achievement. Cool. We're good. We're good. I didn't have to go back and do anything.
Saren will be as generous.
Thank you.
Afterwards, we meet back up with the Solarian captain to figure out the plan. We have to separate into two separate teams, the diversion team and the teams who are moving in to get the bomb in place. We have to either send Ashley or Caden with the distraction team. We ended up sending Caden and kept Ashley as possibly party member. During this part of the game, we cannot select Caden to be one of our two companions. We do actually decide to take Rex and Liara for this mission and made our way through the forest. We come up on the base and we find the beacon that Saren had used at the beginning of the game, or whenever he did, to get the vision. The same one that we had, but a more complete and full vision. We do find out more information about his ship. It's not any old ship, it's an actual old Reaper. We make our way further into the base, to the spot where we planned for the bomb. But as we begin to set it up, we get a distress call from the other team and they need help. We start making our way over there, but then immediately get a call from the bomb team. They also need help. But we can only pick one team. One of our party members will not be finishing this mission. Aiden or Ashley. After asking a friend for a quick second, because I didn't feel like making the decision myself, we chose Ashley.
Williams, radio Joker and tell him to meet us at the bomb site.
He told me to save the racist.
Yes, Commander,
It's the right choice, and you know it, Ash.
I'm sorry, Caden. I had to make a choice.
I understand, Commander. I don't regret a thing.
We're confronted with Saren and learn that he is too under the influence of the Reaper Sovereign. However, it would appear we cannot save him. He's too far gone. We defeat Saren in this instance and get the bomb off without a problem. So we're back on the ship, we mourn the loss of Caden and have Liara help us understand the beacon's full message. And we learn where Saren has been trying to go this whole time. Ilos.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
It's just some like Dead Space level of like not gore, but realism, gore-ish stuff.
Incredible. I never thought the images would be so
You're gonna faint again.
intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos! That is why Saren needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get to Ilos.
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it.
We once again ignore the council and go and check up on our crew again to make sure everybody is doing fine.
Not welcome there.
Going back to the galaxy map, we learn that Ambassador Udina wants us back to the Citadel to meet with the council.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker.
Oh, I'm good. I don't even have a choice. I have to go back to the Citadel. Okay.
And what do you know? They aren't going to do a damn thing about Saren. They refuse to send anybody to Ilos to confront him as they fear it will cause a full-scale war.
How many ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
We offer to go ourselves, claiming we can be discreet, but due to the bomb we literally just set off, they say we cannot.
No longer a threat. This is over.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch.
In the endgame, they ground us. They remove our ability to leave the Citadel.
Weapon, the conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now...
Bastard! You're selling us out!
Why is she here?
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This...
Alright, if they can handle it themselves.
We do have a heartfelt cutscene with Liara back in the Normandy and almost kiss, but Joker just so happens to chime in right when it's about to get good.
Hey.
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's not right. You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything, everything. Instead, they strip you of your command and ground the Normandy.
I don't care if they ground me, but they refuse to go after Saren. If they don't stop him from finding the conduit, we're all dead.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could appeal and get them to reverse their decision.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
We're out of the game for now, but I'll find a way back in.
I believe in you, Shepard.
That's my girl. Ooh. Oh, we got a little... Oh. We're not as close anymore. But now we are... Oh.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Joker.
Captain Anderson wants to see us. He tells us that he can get us out of here, but this will be the last we see of the capital. We do a few more side quests while we're here, and eventually go through with getting out of here.
Decontamination in progress.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Damn.
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
It'd be funny if it crashed again, just like it did the first time we got here.
Now all that's left is Ilos, or whatever side missions I have available. Try talking with the crew again, and then set off on our mission to Ilos.
Yeah.
When starting to land on Ilos, we did get what we've been waiting for.
To get steamy.
We boned Liara.
May I speak with you?
Do I need to change
I was
this?
just thinking about you.
I have been thinking about you too, and what we are about to face. I do not know what is going to happen on Ilos. I hope we will stop Saren, of course, but part of me fears we are already too late.
Trying to look at my eye.
There is something I must tell you, in case we fail.
We're not going to fail. I promise.
Please, I am not looking for comfort. Saren might already have the conduit. It is time to be completely honest with each other. These could be our last moments together. Our last chance to show each other how we feel. I want this to be special.
I want this, Liara. I do. But are you sure you're ready?
I have never been more sure of anything in my life. Will you join with me, Shepard? Let our bodies and minds unite.
Just tell me what to do.
Are we making out? Seem like we're uniting our minds. It's boobies. Do I need to? That's an ass. It's a full-on booty. Am I allowed to show this? I mean, no nipples are showing. Or penis. I think it's fine. Oh, I'm already wearing clothes.
After an intimate cutscene between the player and the AR, we land on Ilos.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? No way we can make a drop in there.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone.
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
I believe in Joker.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
I believe. I gotta bring my girls. I'm going to be saving and closing though, but I gotta bring my girls.
You two, keep moving inside now.
Then we end stream for the day. Today we earned 3 achievements. Day 5 was a relatively short and calm stream. All we really did today was we reloaded right before we landed on Ilos and ran around from planet to planet doing side missions and the like. Today we got 4 achievements. Day 6 was the day I decided that I'm going to finish this game today and nothing is going to stop me. When we loaded up, we were at the DLC, which is where we ended off on the last stream. The game plan here is some hostile aliens called the Batarians have activated the fusion torches on this asteroid, which is causing it to head straight towards the planet Terra Nova. Our task is to disable these torches so that the asteroid will continue on without hitting the planet. After the first torch, we ran into Simon, the chief engineer who was sent here. Pretty much confirms what we already know and tells us a sob story that his family lives on the planet, blah blah blah. We then make our way to the second torch, but this one is slightly more difficult as it has minefields around it. When we arrive, we have to slowly walk around and avoid the mines, which I definitely did successfully on the first attempt with no questions asked. After making our way through this base, we are contacted by Kate, telling us that the Batarians aren't very happy with us shutting down the torches, but we need to hurry. Just then, the leader of this group, Balak, finds her and the survivors and takes them captive, but not before shooting Kate's brother. We make our way to the last torch and continue the cycle of killing the baddies, turning off the torch, and then afterwards we are met with some more of the Batarians, but this group is led by one named Charm. He tells us that we can settle this peacefully and that they weren't initially here to hijack this asteroid, they were just here to do a quick slave grab. We paragon our way through this and convince him to leave and let us handle Balak. We then make our way back to the main base, and we are met with more enemies that are attempting to stop us from saving the people who were here. But they don't stand a chance as we quickly make easy work of them. We're then met with Balak, who tells us to choose saving the hostages and letting him go, dooming them, and fighting him. We chose to sacrifice the hostages and go after him. We shoot him a bunch without killing him, leaving him for the Alliance to come pick him up, thus completing the DLC for Mass Effect 1. We do nab Simon's Omni tool for a nice big upgrade, and then we complete some extra side missions, just trying to get the completeness achievement real quick before going to the final mission. After popping that achievement, we head back to Ilos, we run through the planet, mowing down the Geth, trying to use our abilities as often as we can to get those ability achievements as well. We continue through Ilos and run into an old Prothean analyst system named Vigil, who's been waiting for us so that they can tell us more information and lore. Long story short, the Citadel is a trap. It's actually an enormous mass relay station that links to dark space. And guess who's out there? The Reapers.
You will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government. as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
I do ask some more questions, hoping to get that last codex entry for the achievement, but no luck. We press further into Ilos with this new information and a new mission. Head to the Citadel through the conduit and stop Saren. We make our way back to the Mako, to the conduit, and travel through. We then get a cutscene of the Citadel being attacked by the Geth. We appear in, crashing through the Citadel in the Mako, to begin the final stretch of the game.
Now that I got, like, I'm sure there's gonna be more. Hey, Meritorious Service Medal. What is that for? What is that one for? Oh, complete Ilos. Okay.
Please begin emergency evacuation.
Alright, all we have left is complete the game. And use biotic stasis. This is what the Citadel gets to be fit. I feel like I've done stasis more than I've done AI hacking, and I just got the AI hacker one. Look at the fucking Citadel running away like a little bitch.
They're sealing the station.
Oh no, that's not the Citadel. That's the Citadel. Okay. What is that thing then?
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms.
I thought the Citadel was that big thing. Is that where the council is? I don't know what that is then. Oh my god, that thing is so much bigger than these guys. Too late. I think that's his ship too, isn't it? So you're telling me this whole big thing here is the Citadel?
We make our way to the elevator to get to the tower, but it's too late. The Sovereign is already inside and attached to the tower, stopping the elevator. We then exit through the window, walk in zero gravity, vertically up the tower, which is pretty cool, taking out Geth along the way. When we finally get back up to the tower where we had two different interactions with the council, we're too late. Saren is already there and he's starting to activate the mass relay. Thankfully, we had enough Paragon points to be able to completely undermine the first stage of his fight, which I'll have to do later, and Saren just takes himself out.
I mean, I was gonna do that, but he did it for me, I guess.
While deactivating the relay, we're given the choice to save the council but lose a lot of lives in the process, or just let the council die. And if you've been paying any attention to this run so far, you'll know how I feel about the council. So, sorry council, but I let them die.
Hold off, Joker. We're not sacrificing human lives to save the council. Keep our ships back until they can get a shot at Sovereign.
A sacrifice for the greater good. I only pray it is not made in vain.
All Alliance ships, hold formation. Wait for a shot at Sovereign. Nothing else matters. I repeat, nothing else matters.
Yeah, the council has been assholes. If they had like listened to me from the start, this would have been so different.
It's the Alliance. Open a comm channel. This is the Ascension. We're
I thought he turned it off.
They closed the channel.
I'm sure that's not gonna come back to bite me in the ass. Don't really care about the council. No.
Make sure he's dead.
That sucks, because he You gotta make sure Saren is actually dead, but similarly to how the husks from the game are reanimated beings, Saren is brought back, and we are forced to put him down once and for all.
He's dead.
Yeah. That's what I expected. So I do get to fight him. My girls. This is a solo fight between him and I. Yeah, he's becoming like the death creature things that we fought on the first planet.
I am sovereign. Is mine.
I'm not sure I'm not, so I'm not gonna do that actually. What's this? Let's do that. Oh, I also have an ability. I like the weird fuckers. I don't want to do stasis because I'll freeze them. I don't really work on him. Oh, he's some of the other guys. Okay, good to know. Those sounds did not sound nice in my ear. We're just like shooting everything we have at this fucking ship, dude. It is taking like literally everything we have to do anything to this thing.
Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster
That's how
down.
scary the Reapers are. Like, it's taking this whole fleet of like guys just to even barely damage him. was like, I thought I killed him. I didn't see him running around. That's unfortunate for him. He did what he could.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance. Hit it with everything we got.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Yeah. Woo. Let's go. In doing so, Sovereign shields get lowered, and our fleet is able to destroy it once and for all. We did it. We've defeated the Geth's invasion. With a fake-out death scene from Shepard, my parties and I reunite as the music fades. We're then shown a new cutscene. Ambassador Udina, Captain Anderson, and I are discussing the fact that the council is now dead. That Udina wants a human to lead above this new council. We get the choice between Udina and Anderson, or who we think should be the new chairman, and of course we pick our guy, Anderson. He's had our back this whole time.
Losses have made the Alliance stronger. If we step forward now, nobody will be able to stop us.
No.
You have a plan?
The galaxy needs leadership, real leadership. When a crisis hits, we can't be paralyzed by debate like the old council. The new council must rule with a single voice. It must be assembled from one species alone, humanity.
We need to work together with the other species. It's the only way we can stand
This is
against
exactly
the
why
Reapers.
they didn't like us
The
in the
other
first place.
species are scared. They've never faced anything like this before. They don't know what to do. They want us to step forward. They believe in humanity because of you. Your ruthless pursuit of Saren and the Geth, your defiance of the Council, that's what humans are capable of. That's how we can defeat the Reapers. The others will follow us, Shepard. They know we're their only hope. We will have a human council with a human chairman.
I don't want a human council.
Right. I may not like it, but we can't deny the truth.
Given everything you've done, Commander, the Alliance will want to know who you think our chairman should be.
We're about to go into war. We need someone with military experience. Someone like Captain Anderson.
You make a good case. Captain, are you ready for this?
He's my boy.
I don't know if any of us are ready for this, but I'll do what I can. So what happens now?
The Reapers are still out there. They're coming. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. We're headed for war with the Reapers. If we lose, it's the end of all life as we know it. And no other species in the galaxy truly understands what it will take to survive. The other races will have to follow our lead. We need to take control. It's time for humanity to rise up and seize its destiny.
Let's go. Hell yeah. And with that, we've beaten Mass Effect 1 for the first time. But this unfortunately won't be the only time we beat the game, as we're still missing 3 trophies tied to this game specifically. We start up a new game on Insanity difficulty and decided to just try to get through this run as quickly as possible. No side missions whatsoever. We got up to finishing Pharos on this day and saved the remainder of the run for day 7. What I learned in this stream is that when reporting to the council after the mission, you can just hang up on them, and they get increasingly more and more annoyed that you're doing this, and it was probably my favorite part of doing this game.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
I don't need this.
Wait, Commander. You want me to
patch him through?
Setting up the link.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
Whoops.
And we're out.
Here. Just
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, is this some kind of game? Are you calling in a report just so you can cut us off again?
You know it.
That never gets old, does it?
Today, we earned 14 trophies. We're here. The final day, day 7. We started day 7 by going off to Vermeer and successfully keeping Rex alive again. We did decide, however, to save Kaidan this time, mainly just to see his cutscene and his version of the Saren fight.
This has been an impressive diversion, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat.
We of course romance Liara this time again because Astra's annoying and I don't really like her and she's dead. We continue to run through the game, avoiding any side activity related and focused on beating the game on Insanity mode tonight. We run through Ilos, avoiding the fights as much as possible so we can quickly get back to the Citadel, just to meet with Saren yet again. Not getting enough Renegade or Paragon points to skip his first phase. This was quite frustrating as he was just floating around, causing many Geth to come in and kill me. We take him out after a few attempts and then watch the cutscenes play out, letting the Council die yet again. Phase 2 was much simpler and allowed us to finish the game yet again, this time on the hardest possible difficulty. And with this, we've successfully 100%ed Mass Effect 1. My overall opinion on this game is that I can see why it amassed such a big following, as I never played this one specifically as a kid. I played Mass Effect 2 a lot as a kid, and I remember playing 3, but not as much. While some parts of the game did feel dated, such as the Mako sections, the planet exploration, and the side quests, the overall story was still great. With this being my first time playing the game, I can thoroughly say I enjoyed this challenge, and it wasn't that hard of a challenge to do. The achievements were simple and not at all difficult to actually achieve. It wasn't a big problem, but the fact that the tutorial planet, Eden Prime, that achievement didn't pop when I first did it on the first day, and I had no idea until a few days later, was very frustrating. From looking into this, I've seen other cases of this happening on both Mass Effect 2 and 3, so I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But going forward, I will be making sure to play both of those games on Insanity to try and negate having to do a second run on both of those games, if possible. Overall, I give Mass Effect 1 an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to catch these streams live, I stream them both over on YouTube and Twitch, and the VODs go up on YouTube right after they are finished streaming. If you guys enjoy these videos, please drop a like and a sub on the channel, and follow over on Twitch if you guys wouldn't mind. You don't have to, but it would really help out, as these are my first attempts at making these types of videos, and I will definitely be continuing to do it. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely comment them below, and I will look into them. I have an idea of the next game I want to do after Mass Effect, but that'll be up to you guys to wait. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.